Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IAS Academy. So today in this session, I am going to discuss another topic which is very important for your UPSC PSIR optional subject. That is the formation of nation state system. Formation of nation state system. That means how nation state system was formed. See, as we see today that India is a nation, okay, Britain is a nation, USA is a nation, but the concept of nation was not there in ancient times. Getting my point? So how this nation system was evolved, that we need to understand. Getting my point? So let me tell you. So when we say that the political science as a discipline, political science as a discipline was invented in West, okay, that means in ancient Greek, okay, that means when we say ancient Greek, that means Greek civilization was there. Greek civilization. Getting my point? So the Greek civilization was there, just like Indus Valley civilization. So Greek civilization was there in Europe. And in Greek civilization, in ancient time, in Greek civilization, you will see there was a concept of city-state system, as we have already discussed in the last class. Okay, city-state system. City-state system means Greece was not a nation. Different small cities were there, and those cities were having independent, that means autonomous identities and authorities. Okay, just like in Vedic period, India was having village republic system, that is Janpadas system. Okay, so different city states were there, like Athens in Greece, Sparta was there. Okay, so just like that, different cities were there. Now these city states, okay, now these city states were called as polis. Now these city states were called as polis. And from here the word political came. Political came. Getting my point? Okay. Now these cities, now these polis were managed by an authority that is called as state. So state means what? State represents authority. Authority of what? Authority to make law, to formulate law, authority to punish the lawbreakers. Getting my point? So authority what? Authority to make or formulate the law. Clear? Authority to punish the lawbreakers. Authority to punish the lawbreakers. Okay, so the city state system was here. Now, this ancient Greek, what are the important features of ancient Greek? Now, ancient Greek is having some features like okay, so the most important feature is ancient Greek was an agrarian society. Agrarian society, that means society was based on agriculture, agrarian society. Okay, agrarian society, this is one of the most important feature. Then the society, now Greeks believes in natural inequality. They believes in natural inequality. Natural inequality means that is that all peoples are not equal. Some are born to be slaves, some are born to be masters. So the society was divided into two groups. Society was divided into two groups. That is ruling class, they are called as masters. Masters means aristocracy. Then another class was slaves. Okay, this was the Greek society. And the third thing is city-state system. Third important feature, city-state system. This much is clear to all of you. Okay, so if you have any query or any doubt, you can kindly post your queries in the comment section. Getting my point? Any query with respect to the preparation of PSIR, okay, or book list, anything, or new batches, everything, okay, clear? So you can post your thing in the comment section. Okay, so these three are some important features of ancient Greek. Now let me tell you, so that is why that political science was invented as a discipline in Greek. Okay, so in ancient time, so classical thinkers were there in ancient Greeks. Classical thinkers like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. Okay. Now Socrates has given the new dimension to political science. Why? Because he believed that without asking questions, okay, the human cannot came to the conclusion. That's very important thing. That means he has given the concept of dialectics. Clear? So Socrates has given the concept of dialectics in political science. That means asking questions. Okay, suppose why debates are important, why discussions are important. Suppose you have given your argument. Okay, if no one is going to question your argument, that means that you will think that this is the important thing, this is the conclusion. But when the people start asking the questions, they will say something different. That means they will try to counter your argument. So based on argument and counter argument, you will come to the real conclusion. Clear? So with this dialectic method, okay, with this dialectic method, someone will give thesis, that means their argument, and against that someone will try to counter your argument, which is called as antithesis. And then the person came to the conclusion, which is called as synthesis. It will be called as synthesis. Okay, that is the conclusion, that is the ultimate knowledge as per Socrates. Clear? Now, so the disciple of Socrates was Plato. Now Socrates was given death. Okay, that means Socrates was given hemlock, which is full of poison, and Socrates was used to teach the students. Okay, and he started the process of dialectics. So this process was not liked by the ruling class of Athens. Getting my point? That is why the ruling class punished Socrates and has given the hemlock, which is full of poison. And this resulted into the death of Socrates, and the disciple of Socrates was Plato. Getting my point? So Socrates is considered as the father of philosophy. Father of philosophy. Father of ethics. Getting my point? Okay. Now, after the death of Socrates, Plato. Okay, Plato means broad shoulders. Plato means broad shoulders. And Plato on the ideas of Socrates, he started writing, okay, the conversation in his book, The Republic. Getting my point? Where he stated that the Athens should become an ideal state. Getting my point? So basically, Plato has given more focus on the theories of idea, because for Plato, idea is real. Idea is everything. Okay, that means he neglected the reality of the world. Clear? That is why he is called as the father of political philosophy. Father of political philosophy. So for the very first time, the word political has been used, the father of political philosophy. And then his disciple, that means Plato's disciple, Aristotle countered some of the thoughts of Plato, and he was much focused on the real things, the reality of the politics. Okay, that is why Aristotle is called as father of political science. Father of political science. That is why many scholars, they say that political science is nothing but these are the footnotes of Plato and Aristotle. Getting my point? So this is about ancient political thought. Okay, and Aristotle was the guru, was the teacher of Alexander the Great. So if you see, in ancient times, the center was Greece. In ancient times, okay, the city state concept was there. That means there was no concept of nation. City state concept was there. Okay, city state, and the center was Greece. Clear? Now, when Alexander came, the main aim of Alexander to establish an empire. The main aim of Alexander was to establish an empire. So remember this thing. So Alexander formed large empire. Excuse me. Alexander the Great formed large empire, and Alexander shifted the center of politics from Greece to Rome. Getting my point? So Alexander shifted its empire from Greece to Rome. Okay, Greece to Rome. This is how the transformation was started from Greek civilization to Roman civilization. Roman Empire was there. And then after the death of Alexander, the Roman Empire started expanding, and Roman Empire also started disintegrating. So Roman Empire. Now if you see Roman Empire, okay, Roman Empire, here the center of politics was Rome. So the seat, okay, was Rome. This much is clear to all of you. Okay, so this is the most important thing that we need to understand. Okay, shift in the center. Okay, so from Greece to Rome, it was shifted. Clear? Now, so see the transformation. That means from city states, it turned into empire. This is the first shift. So this is the first shift. That means from city-state system, it shifted to empire. It became Roman Empire. Getting my point? Now, how this shift was happen? This shift was happen. Okay, this was a gradual shift. This was a gradual shift. Now this shift was gradual, and how this shift took place. So there are various reasons. Getting my point? Now there are natural factors for this. Natural factors. Now what are those natural factors? Growth of population. Population growth. Okay. Population growth, and because of growth of population, needs will also grow. Okay, needs also grow, and when needs will grow, then simple society will turn into complex societies. So here you will see transformation because of these two. Transformation from simple societies to complex societies. Getting my point? These are some important reasons. Clear? Okay. So these are some important reasons. That is why ambitious kings like Alexander, they wanted to build an empire. Okay. And finally the center of civilization was shifted to Rome. Okay. Now Roman Empire was like extremely loose empire. Now if you see Roman Empire, okay, it was extremely loose empire. So we'll try to understand. Okay. Now Roman Empire. Now when we say Roman Empire, so large area. So it is impossible to manage large area from one place. So this was loose federation. Okay, or you can say confederation. That means group of local kings, feudal lords. Now feudal lords will come into the pictures. Group of local kings or feudal lords. So Roman Empire was a loose confederation. Okay, it is a group. Clear? Now you'll see that gradually that Roman Empire, okay, was there. Now during this time period, that means first century AD. Now try to understand. First century AD, new religion was born. In Middle East, that is Christianity. And then this religion got expanding towards Europe. Getting my point? It started expanding. So this religion was expanding, or you can say spread towards Europe. And finally, remember this thing, finally in 4th century AD, Christianity was introduced in Europe, Okay, and Roman Empire also embraced Christianity. Getting my point? So now you will see that a new authority will be formed. So now Roman Empire was there. Who is the head of Roman Empire? King, Roman king. Roman king was the political head. Political head. On the other hand, religious head was also there. Religious head. Now, who was the religious head? So, religious head was Pope, Church. Getting my point? And the people of Europe, they embraced Catholic Christianity. Majority of the people in Europe, they follow Catholic Christianity, Catholic religion. Okay. And on the other hand, feudal lords were also there. Okay. Feudal lords. That means regional kings. Now, in this scenario, the authority of Roman king, the authority of king was diminished. Okay. And he became president of India, just like president of India. That means nominal head. Nominal head. So, who was having the real power? Real power was with church and pope. Though church was the religious head, pope was the religious head. Now, what they did, now different feudal lords were there. So, the war for succession started. Getting my point? Now, the war for succession war of succession. Okay, it was started. Now, when the war of succession was started, so church or pope used to interfere, okay, among the feudal lords, and in this scenario, they created puppet rulers. Getting my point? So, in this manner, pope was the religious head, okay, as well as political head also. Political head. So the interference of church was there in polity. That is why when we say Western political thought, okay, so we study ancient political thought, then directly modern political thought. Why not medieval? Because in medieval times, the religious dominance was there. So in this scenario, religion started dominating over the politics. So religion dominating over the politics. Getting my point? That is why medieval age is called as the age of religion. It is considered as dark age because of no development and the corruption started. Okay, favoritism, nepotism, these things were started. Now you will see that by 13th century, or you can say by 14th century or 15th century, okay, so 15th century, so by 15th century, trading class of Europe, trading class or merchants, okay, they became prosperous due to trade and commerce, trade and commerce, and they started establishing factories. Now trading class was started emerging. They wanted to establish factories, but for factories you need workers also. You need workers also. And the medieval society of Europe, it was based on lords means ruling class as well as serfs means slaves. Okay. Now, if trading class they want to establish a factory, for factory they need working class, they need laborers. Okay. But lack of availability of workers. Why? Because slaves were under the control of masters or lords. That is why trading class wanted to liberate serfs. Now from here you will see important thing. Trading class wanted to liberate serfs. Getting my point? For their factories. Now you will see the groups will be formed. Now two groups will be there. Now see, trading class, okay, or you can say the Roman king, Roman emperor, okay, Roman emperor was frustrated with the authority of Pope and feudal lords. Roman emperor was against the authority of Pope. Getting my point? He was against the authority of Pope because Pope was interfering in political aspect also. So he was like nominal ruler. He was like nominal ruler. Getting my point? Another class which started emerging, that is trading class or emerging capitalist or emerging capitalist class. Clear? Now they wanted to liberate serfs, that means slaves, for their factories. So they wanted to liberate serfs, okay, and serfs were working for feudal lords, so they were against feudal lords. They were against feudal lords. Getting my point? Now see the most important concept here, that the interest of king and trading class will be matched together. Why? Because their enemies are common, Pope and feudal lords. Okay, but trading class cannot wage war because capitalist class, they are not having army, but they have money, and war cannot be fought without money. So emperor and king was having army, but he was not having money. So vice versa, these capitalist class are having money power. King was having muscle power, that is army. Against Pope. Getting my point? So when church came to know about this, so they make alliance. Pope and feudal lords created their own alliance. Getting my point? Okay. Now, war cannot be fought without an ideology. Getting my point? So an intellectual group came who started questioning the authority of Pope or Church. Intellectual group came who started questioning the authority of Church or Pope. That group is called as Protestant. That group is called as Protestant. And here, that group who follows Catholic religion, that means who believes in superstition, blind faith. So here Catholic group. That is why in Christianity different sects are there, Catholic and Protestant. So Protestant group provided the ideology for the war. They gave the ideology for the war, and this resulted into 30 years war in Europe, okay, between this group. So now you will see, okay, that this resulted into 30 years war in Europe, and this war was started, okay, this war was started in 1618 and it was ended in 1648. So this is called as 30 years war. This is called as 30 years war. Getting my point? Okay. And this war was ended with the Treaty of Westphalia. Ended with Treaty of Westphalia. It is a peace treaty. It is a peace treaty and it was signed in 1648. Westphalia is the name of the place in Germany. Getting my point? And this Treaty of Westphalia, what this did, now this Treaty of Westphalia. So the outcomes of Treaty of Westphalia, okay. Now this treaty ended the authority of Pope. That means religion is not going to dominate in politics. Politics is separated from religion. Getting my point? Now, who will be supreme? State will be supreme. Another important thing, the concept of nation state system came with this treaty. Nation state system. Now nations will be created. Now why nations will be created? Because of capitalist class, they wanted to do trade and commerce peacefully. So what they did, they created artificial boundaries with the help of king so that they can do trade and commerce easily. This is only for the benefit of trading class. Nation state system. Getting my point? And the third thing is sovereignty. The concept of sovereignty. Sovereignty means supreme authority will be there now. Supreme authority. Now, every nation will be headed by one supreme authority. Now, two authorities will not be there. For example, in medieval times, two sovereign powers were there, Pope and Roman Emperor. That is why there was a conflict. Now in each and every nation, there will be only one supreme authority. For example, in India, the supreme authority is Constitution of India. In Britain, the supreme authority is Parliament. That means in each and every nation, there is only one supreme authority. Okay, if there is any nation where there are two supreme authorities, then it will result into conflicts and wars. Getting my point? So this is how the concept of nation state system came. So how nations are defined? How nations are defined? So nation consists four elements. Nation consists four elements. Now those four elements are, so the first element is that nation will be having independent authority, that is sovereignty will be there. India is a sovereign nation, supreme authority is there, constitution, sovereign, sovereignty will be there. Okay, so the concept of sovereignty came for nation system. Clear? Second important thing, that nation is ruled by one state. That means state here means government. Nation will be having, for example, India is having its own central government or state. So state will be there. Clear? Third thing, nation will be having its own population. Population. India is having its own population. That is why, see, the concept of nation, when the concept of nation came, see, Article 1 to Article 4, it talks about India and its union territories. And then, who is going to live in India, okay, or Indian population. Then the second part of our constitution is about citizenship. Citizenship means those who are getting political and civil rights. That is why part third is fundamental rights. Just try to understand these theories. It will be easier for you all to understand all the articles of the constitution. Clear? And nation will be having its own border or territory. So every nation, even India also having its own border, predetermined territory. That means fourth element is territory. So based on these four elements, nation system was formed. Based on these four elements, nation state was formed. Getting my point? This is the most important thing, okay, that we need to understand. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can kindly ask me. Okay, try to understand these concepts. These concepts are very useful for all of you, those who are preparing for UPSC examination. Okay, this is the important thing that we need to understand. Okay, so this is how nation state system was created. Clear? Okay, so we need to understand these things. Clear, everyone? Okay, so if you have any doubt, kindly post your queries in the comment section. Okay, so okay, this much is clear to all of you. So when we categorize European political thought, okay, so it can be classified into three groups. Now if you see ancient, medieval and modern. So ancient thoughts, age of philosophy. Medieval, age of religion. And modern, age of rationalism or scientific thinking. Rationalism or scientific thinking. This much is clear to all of you. So this is how nation states are formed. Clear? So I hope this session is useful for all of you, those who are preparing for civil services examination. So for more information of our PSIR optional course, you can visit our center, Legacy IAS Academy, and also go through our website, okay, that is www.legacyis.com. Thank you so much.